Anyway, you're with us. So each week, Maddie joins us in the studio for something that is, frankly, very disingenuously dressed up as entertainment of some description, but information as well. We're here to educate, inform and entertain. Do you know whose brief that was? Educate, inform, entertain.
No.
The BBC, when they first started.
Oh,
Lord Reith, who started the BBC 5,000 years ago. That was their brief.
Wow. And have they delivered in that?
No.
Okay.
They had a little period in with, you know, some sitcoms and light entertainment back in the day, but they failed ever since. But we will pick up that mantle,
we will
Maddie.
pick that up.
We
I
will
will
pick
take
up
that on,
where they
that
failed.
challenge on.
And we thought we're going to make this topical, and we asked Maddie to come up with, you know, 10. Well, we say we asked. You came up with.
Yes, I did.
10 things you might not have known about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind he's just had these convictions, whatever everybody thinks about that. He's going to make a statement, by the way, 4 o'clock. I think you're going to hear it live here on Talk. 4 o'clock. Donald Trump speaks, whether it will be about the appeal, whatever it will be. With all of that in mind, Maddie is going to give us 10 things that we didn't know about Donald Trump, but with a twist.
Yeah, so obviously he's very topical in our eyes.
Yeah, but the twist is...
The twist is I'm going to give 10 or 11 facts. I haven't...
10 or 11? What sort of list is that?
It's purely because I haven't counted.
Whoever did a
It's
feature
10
on
or
a
11.
show?
Okay, I think it's 10. Can
you imagine when you used to listen to the charts on the radio? And now we're going to do the top 10. It might be 11.
I was quite busy today covering this now guilty conviction. So I've come here with 10 or 11. I've written them all down, but I just haven't counted them.
Okay, so these are...
So they're all true facts, and then there's one fact that's not true, and you've got to, at the end of the segment, you've got to tell me which one you think is fake. So
everybody driving in your car, in your truck, your taxi, listening at home, watching digitally right now.
I'm just going to read
have 10 or 11 facts about Trump. But one of them is not. One of them is made up. But we will. So listen along. Watch along to this. This is Maddie. If you're watching Maddie visually, apologies. But she's going to give us these 10...
Visually, apologies. More like you are welcome, is what I say.
You might scare people.
Okay, let's just get into this before you break my heart. Cause me to get the plastic surgery.
Okay, here we go.
First of all, Trump is the only presidential candidate who has his own board game. He had one called Trump the Game. It was like Monopoly, but it was discontinued for dismal sales.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Next one is he only sleeps 4 hours a night.
Trump, you see, I can kind of believe that Trump only sleeps 4 hours a night.
Well, you got to keep that, just remember
because
that
Thatcher,
fact.
the ball game thing does sound, because he owns a lot of real estate in New York, so that sounds possible. The 4 hours, and I think Thatcher, famously only slept 4 hours
These
a night.
people are crazy. Well. As anyone would know about me, I have to have about 10. Okay, the next one is he has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's the second US president to have one. No one else has one.
I know who the first one would be.
Yes.
I reckon it would be Ronald Reagan.
It is, you're right.
Okay.
You're correct.
Why would Trump have one? He did a cameo in Home Alone.
Well, he's actually, one of my other facts is that I would just read out right now because you've led me into there.
Okay.
Is that he's been in at least 7 films. I'm not counting the TV shows, but he's been in at least 7 films. And a fact after that is one of the films he did, he won a Razzie Award, which is the parody for when you've done a really bad job. When you've done some bad acting. Yeah. So not only is he a movie star and a president, he's also a bad actor and has an award to back that up, which is fun.
All right.
He's a full-on germaphobe is one of the facts about him, or not, you don't know. When he was running the 2016 presidential election, he had to rectify his fear of germs because he never liked shaking hands, and he had to teach himself to not be scared of that because obviously as a president you have to, and a president-elect, you have to shake so many hands of thousands a year. I see.
I can imagine him being a germaphobe. He's not a drinker either, is he?
He's not a drinker or a drug taker.
So he doesn't drink, never taken drugs.
The next one is he was actually born with 3 testicles, but he had an operation.
Oh, I wonder which one. How can you just throw in a testicular fact?
That's why I did it just in the middle, but you aren't guessing until the end.
Listen, lots of people are I don't know what the percentage is. There may be people who are born with 3 testicles.
Well, Donald Trump could be one of them.
Is Donald Trump the man with the That little bit extra.
Okay, his family name was originally Drumpf or Drumpft, but it was changed in the 1600s to Trump.
So is there a German thing going on there?
I think he is German.
I don't know if he is, but I think
yeah.
his family, his father, I think his father was called Fred.
Yeah, what he was.
Fred Trump.
Yeah.
That's just a sitcom character, isn't it? Wah, wah.
And he
you need that noise every time somebody says Fred Trump.
R.I.P. to him.
Okay.
He's the only SNL host who's gone on to become president.
That's Saturday Night Live.
Yes, Saturday Night Live. Sorry to anyone listening. He owns and operates around 18 golf courses across the globe.
Including in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He used to own Miss Universe and Miss Teen USA pageants.
Of course he did.
Of course he did indeed. He actually went to military school in high school. He went from 13 to 18. So his high school years were spent in a military academy.
Right.
But then he somehow got out of about 4 drafts.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a medical thing. They said, "I'm sorry, you failed the."
No, I think he just
That
wanted to take over his dad's business. He is the richest president in history. So he's got an estimated worth of like 7.7 billion. He was the first president to ever be elected as a billionaire, which obviously doesn't sound that hard. And this one is the final one. This is the final one. He owned more than 10,000 apartments at the age of 27.
10,000 apartments at the age of 27.
Yeah. So that could be the one that might not be correct, because the testicle one might be real.
I can see why you didn't get the job hosting Wheel of Fortune. The tension in the room. One of those is not true. Listen, I've got a funny feeling that if he was disproportionate in the nutbaggery department, I think that's a medical term, I think we would have heard more about that. And I think,
No, this was an exclusive.
You've just revealed. Okay. So... what's that showbiz website that now breaks all the stories?
Pop Bitch?
No, the one in the States that always breaks TMZ.
TMZ.
Yeah, well, it used to, for once upon a time, what is this TMZ? Anyway, now it breaks stuff. I think they'd have had a field day with Trump's testicular disproportionality.
He's a minority, of course.
That would make him a minority. I don't know, again, I don't know what the, biological possibilities are of a man being born with an extra testicle. I suppose it's probably possible or something. So I'm going to have to say, weird this, that the false one is the one about Donald Trump's additional ballatino.
Well, Ian, believe it or not, you are correct.
I am wool. Come on. Who'd have thought it?
Believe it or
But
not.
the other stuff then is really, there's a lot of stuff there I didn't know. I mean, the ball game stuff didn't find that hard to believe. The fact that at 27 he owned 10,000 apartments
that's
is
interesting.
fascinating.
And that actually made me feel quite sick to my stomach in terms of the
Envy.
fact that I am
Basic envy.
renting in a share home.
Yeah.
So
At 47. So, yeah.
No.
I hear what you're saying,
No
Maddie.
one's going to believe that. They're going to think she's either 20.
This is the empire of truth you're taking part in here this afternoon. Listen, thank you, Maddie. That was a
thanks
great
for having me on,
10
as
facts you
always.
did not know about Donald Trump, and they were beauties. And the one, well, I won't repeat it, but yeah, he's anatomically,
Yes.
he's in proportion, and he hasn't got too much of,
Something.
yeah, he hasn't got an extra testicle, is the point. Might have an extra something else, who knows? He certainly led his life as if he has, that's true.
Yeah.
Maddie, thank you.
Thank you.